kitchen table. I'm Larry Marble. Thanks for listening to us on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you by D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat, courtesy of John Tuggle & Company, Corpus. The threatened nationwide rail strike has been averted, and although it still has to be voted on by the rank and file, it's expected to pass. All the grains were quietly in the red on Thursday, closing near their lows. Corn futures down 5, beans down 3, KC wheat down 21 by the bushel. U.S. export corn commitments currently total almost exactly half of what was on the books last year at this point. U.S. export milo commitments currently total 9.196, that's 9.196 million bushels compared to 84.550 million bushels last year at this point, an 87.6% drop from last year. These sharply lower export totals are mostly due to a lack of communist Chinese demand, due in part to strained relations with the Biden administration, as well as a dismal Chinese economy. The level of communist Chinese demand for corn will likely be pivotal as to price direction this fall and winter, and what corn demand does from the communist Chinese. Expect little as possible if it comes from the U.S. Corpus Christi's Public Elevator and Archer Daniels Midland closed for Milo trucks until Monday. Cargill Houston open today, then close the weekend through Wednesday of this next week. The Andersons open 7 to 3 weekdays. For help marketing your grains, John Tuggle & Company, Corpus, 361-852-5207. We are on the line with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Jody, how'd the cattle sale go?
Went real good. Had some really good quality calves there today. Had 1,600 head total. Several of those calves included in the wean calf portion of the sale. And the wean cattle, I'm calling them $2 to $4 higher. Your fleshy unweaned calves, calling those just the opposite, kind of $2 to $4 lower. Slaughter cows and bulls, a better demand than I thought it would be. About steady prices with last week. Of course, continued best demand for those heavyweight and high yielding cows and bulls. Fairly short supply of bred cows and just a handful of cow-calf pairs sold about steady. Steers, 400 to 600 pounds, 140 all the way up to a high of 220, mostly 155 to 185. 600 to 800 pound steers from 130 up to a high of near 185, mostly 140 to 165. Better quality heifers, 400 to 600 pounds from 130 all the way up to a high of near 190, mostly 140 to 160. Slaughter cows, average to high yielding, 60 to 78. Several of the highest yielding slaughter cows from 80 up to a high of 88. Thinner or lower yielding type cows, not as many of those today, from 40 to 58. Slaughter bulls, average to high yielding from 80 to 96. Still had some of the highest yielding slaughter bulls from 97 all the way up to a high of 113. Bred cows and 2-year-olds, mostly small groups and singles, anywhere from 775 all the way up to a high of 1275. Cow-calf pairs, just a few single pairs, average quality from 850 up to a high of 1100.
Well, what do you anticipate for this next go-round, Jody?
I think more of the same. Might not be quite as many sheep and goats as we had this week. You know, we were knocking on the door of 8,000 head, so I think we'll back off a little bit, but still good numbers. Cattle numbers, I look for that to back off after this special sale. I'm looking for more in the neighborhood of 1,000 to 1,100 head.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the next sale there at Producers in San Angelo.
325-653-3371. My mobile phone would be same area code, 234-7895.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meat movement from yesterday. As we move toward the hog side of the meat equation, we see that the national pork carcass cutout was down by 103 in the afternoon to 105.85. Estimated federal hog slaughter 1.917 million head for the week through Thursday. That's up 28,000 head from the same week last year. As we move toward the beef side of the meat equation, we see wholesale prices weakening on Thursday with the spread tightening to $22.39. The choice was down $1.13. The select had a 16-cent drop. Choice ribs were quoted at $141.84 compared to selects $321.63. The USDA says slaughter 504,000 head for the week through Thursday compared to 471,000 for the same week last year. As we look toward the weekly FCE online auction, 1,281 head sold as asks were 143 and bids were capped at 142. Looks like USDA, as of Thursday, it also showed cattle trade 142 to 142 in the south, mostly 143 in the north. Neighbor, there's your meat moves for yesterday. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how did the San Saba sale turn out?
You bet, Larry. With a good run day, right at, I think, 1,257 head of cattle on the yards where we ended up with. I thought today the market on the stocker steers and heifers were mostly fully steady. Had a group of steers that drafted away 422, $220 a pound, right at $929 on those. With a lot of those lighter weight cattle from 3 to 4 weights, so really good kind, bring from 2 all the way up to 232, I think, a pound. Also had a group of 22 steers in one draft, weighed 565, $180, a little over $1,017 on those. The bigger cattle, I thought, the feeder steers and heifers, they sold fully steady today. A group of heifers that weighed 637 and $157, just a hair over $1,000 on those. The only thing we saw a little cheaper today, and I think part of this is due to the weather. We're seeing cool nights, warm days, a little sickness starting to start up. That always does this time of year. I thought the fleshier calves, bull calves, and plainer kind of calves were probably 5 to 6 lower as a whole, with all the good choice calves all fully steady. Packer cows were probably $2 lower. We saw that on Monday also, and bulls were probably $2 lower. Pairs bred cows, I thought overall what we did have was steady on a very limited test, Larry. So overall, still a very good market.
Good deal. What do you anticipate for Mason Monday?
I still think kind of like we had last week, probably around that 800 or so, give or take some, and several good calves we know coming in. And then we're getting ready for next Saturday, over 3,200 head of cattle for our fall replacement female sale, Larry. We got a lot of good pairs, 500 something, I think, 1,100 bred cows, and 500 something bred heifers, and about 500 or 600 open heifers, Larry, all be offered.
At Jordan Cattle Auction, find the information at jordancattle.com. Ken, give us a number.
You bet, Larry. Area code 325-372-5159. That big female sale will start on Saturday at 10 o'clock. If you can't make it here, it will be live also on the internet, Larry.
We appreciate you. Thank you. Talk to you Sunday evening.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe this portion of Download Farm is brought to you by PMI, the Robstown location, 361-767-7473, pipemovers.com, pipe, steel, and fencing, the Robstown location. We're on the line with Kenny Mingus from Milam County Livestock Auction Cameron. Kenny, how is our Friday sale shaping up?
Well, it's shaping up pretty good, my friend. We're tagging on about 1,600 right now. I just put out the projection. I said somewhere 1,900 to 2,100. I don't think 1,900 is going to be a problem. We still got a good bit of daylight left, and they've been coming in pretty good.
Good.
So,
what's the shiny consignments you can tell folks about?
Well, we know we've actually got a few little stocker cows scattered through this thing. Several palpate, several of them that we aged, and the age is good on them. So we do have a few good stocker cows, a few good pairs, good many weigh cows, and that's just all they are, Larry. They just weigh cows.
Yep.
Got a good many strings of cattle. 50 from one. Got one man called late in the day, and he's got 100 good black calves here. And lots of good cattle, lots of cattle that I've got pinned off, 10 to 30 head deals and stuff. So we'll have good quality here tomorrow, and we're going to sell them to the highest bidder.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Kenny Mingus, for the Friday sale in Cameron.
You bet. Catch us Monday through Wednesday at 254-697-6697. Follow us on our webpage at MilamCountyLivestockAuction.com or catch us on Facebook. We appreciate everybody's business, and thank you for what you do, Larry.
We appreciate you. Thank you, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Have a good weekend. Yes, sir.
MG Building and Materials reminds you to start your next project today with an MG personal credit card. No interest if paid in full within 6 months. Apply for your card at any MG Building Materials store. Get all the information at mgbuildingmaterials.com. Remember, those stores are San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Kerrville, Pleasanton, and Uvalde. Call that Uvalde store at 2301 East Main Street at 830-278-4439. We're on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy, you are the straw boss on a welding job this afternoon, I understand.
Oh, I'm just overseeing and watching and trying to make sure we get it done right, but that doesn't always happen either. So.
I understand. How's the bull business?
Oh, not too bad. We went up into Kansas and Nebraska this week, and I got back last night. I bought those Hereford bulls all back earlier in the late spring, early summer, and went by and looked at them. I had them in the growing yard up there in Quintern, and their bulls are 2.5 years old. They're weighing probably from 16.5 to 18 or 19. They're pretty good sized men. Fixing to get them trick tested and loaded on the rig and sent south there pretty good. We bought a really nice set of coming 2-year-old Charolais bulls that'll be coming a little later. And here at home, we have some nice 2.5-year-old Charolais bulls here and a few Angus bulls and a Hereford or two. And we looked at some Angus bulls, hadn't got the deal finished on that thing yet. It's sure dry in that country.
Better down here than it was. Have you received any rain since I spoke to you last?
We had some little showers here, but I don't think we got anything to speak of, except for down Fashing Pawnee area down there. We've had some showers. They're pretty good.
Tell everybody how to contact you.
Larry, they can get a hold of me on the mobile at 830-570-0660.
We're on the line with Wade Floyd from D&D Texas Outfitters Seguin. Wade, everybody thinks about deer in the fall, but we really need to take care of the protein situation all year round. What do you got to offer us this week?
Yeah, Larry, we did Antler Max proteins and your Antler Advantage made by Purina. They're some of the best that if you feed them year-round, you really do see the result. We also carry a Double Down protein that's been becoming very more popular.
And we want you to get it at D&D in Seguin. Wade Floyd, tell everybody how to contact you.
Larry, they can call me here at the store at 830-379-7340. Extension 180.
We're on the line with Josh Tilkey from Karnes City Auction. They sell them on Saturday. Josh, how did it go last week?
Larry, it was definitely a good quality market. I was going to say that calves topped numbers that we haven't seen in a couple of years, bringing it all across the board.
Walk the pins with us.
We had 400 head to choose from. The steers 2 to 3 weight, 180 to 235. 3 to 4 buck 90 to 240. 4 to 5 weight men, $1.85 to 225. 5 to 6 is $1.75 to 208. 6 to 7 is $1.65 to 180. Heifer mates 2 to 3 buck 40 to 160. 3 to 4 is $1.60 to 190. 4 to 5 is 175 to 210. 5 to 6 is 165 to 190. Older bull yearlings $1.30 to 145. Long heifers $95 to $1.10. Bred cows $8.50 to $10.50. Packer cows number 1 yield 74 to 88. Number 2 yield 45 to 65. Bulls 85 to 95. Again, we saw some good number 1 steers bringing $1,050 on up to $1,200. Some really good cattle if they were able to hold on to them through the drought. They're being rewarded for it. We even saw some good Brangus and Tiger Stripe heifers coming off of Mama bringing $900 to $1,000. 1,050. So the market is very hot across the board.
What do you think about sheep and goats that day?
We had just under 200 sheep and goats. They might have been 15 to 20 cents a pound higher. I know that market's going to ramp up here very quickly, and we expect to have at least 200 more again. So
good. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the Saturday sale.
Well, this Saturday coming up, we have 140 good Charolais cross yearlings coming in, well as 30 good black wean calves. So we've got a very good start on the weekend. You can call us here at the auction 830-780-3382, on the cell 830-623-2855.
And the motto down there, Josh?
Long live Cowboys, Larry.
Never This Portion of Down the Farm is brought to you by PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. The location in High. Call Keno at 830-868-0200. That's PMI High. We're on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock. Rodney, how's our Friday sale shaping up?
It's shaping up real good. It's dried up a little bit. People starting to work cattle. We're tagging on a little over 400 right now with probably about 45 to 50 cows. The rest all calves. Got several good bunches of good black calves up there, weighing at anywhere between 5 and 6.5 probably. Good calves. Got a lot of good calves up there, and got a set of young tight bag open cows too that need to go back to some grass, sir.
All right. How are the open cows bred?
They're Beefmaster and Brangus crosses.
All right, and open Beefmaster and Brangus cross cows. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, if I can help you market your cattle, call me at 361-358-1727, or call me on my mobile 645-5002.
Y'all have a good sale, and I'll talk to you Sunday night, Rodney.
Sounds good. Thank you. Take care.
Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. We're on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde. Klein, how did the cattle sale turn out?
Went well today. We had 438 head. Those Packer cows and bulls, I thought were pretty steady, maybe $1 or $2 cheaper. They were pretty steady with last week. Those calves and yearlings were sure in great demand today. Again, just unbelievable numbers. Some of those calves are bringing back, $900,000 all day long. It's a pretty good time to be selling some good calves right now, especially on those top end. Number 1 choice steers, $1.45 to $1.70. And lightweights, $1.65 to $2.25. Choice heifers, $1.20 to $1.55. And those lightweights, $1.45 to $1.80. Crossbred steers, $1.45 to $1.65. And the lightweights, $1.60 to $1.95. Those crossbred heifers, $1.15 to $1.50. And the lightweights, $1.45 to $1.70. Stocker cows today, $75 to $95. And those Packer bulls, $90 to $1.04. Breaker cows, $70 to $84. And those cutters and canners are $45 to $62. And the Shelly cows, $25 to $35. Had one pair in the house today, brought $1,000, and had one plainer pair, brought $700. And the bred cows today, $650 to $850. So overall, a really good market and a good time to be moving a few calves if you got them.
Good deal. Maybe somebody will have them next week, along with some sheep and goats for the Tuesday sale, cattle sale for the Thursday sale. Klein Spear, you'll be there for both. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Call us at the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
Klein, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks, Larry.
Neighbor, here's your shotgun look at the grains. Corpus Milo, 1371. Yellow corn to Corpus, 847.5. Hard red winter wheat to Houston, 1046.25. Beans to Houston, 1436. Texas cotton, 104.74 to 106.99. No bales sold. I'm Larry Marble. Good day.